Hello, church. Bob Myers speaking to you today and sharing with you from Psalm 62. This is a psalm that David has written to the chief musician, Psalm of David. And this psalm is a little different. In fact, it's very unusual in that in this entire psalm there are no petitions. David does not ask for anything. He just makes declarations and encourages people to trust God. He starts out, "Truly, my soul waiteth upon God, from him cometh my salvation." And that theme is reiterated throughout all of the text of Psalm 62. David says, "Only God is my salvation." He says, "I'm resting in God. I'm waiting on God." In verse 5, he will actually instruct his soul. "My soul, wait thou only upon God." He tells his soul, we're waiting on God, so wait on God. Wait only for God. And he talks about the deceitfulness of men, how men get power and riches and they trust in it, and it's a mistake, because the Lord has said once, and he's even said twice in verse 11, power belongeth unto God. And truly, that's a resounding message that God alone holds the power, and that man is subject to God, and that God is the salvation. God is the source of strength. God is the strong rock. I shall not be greatly moved. And David reiterates this time and again. I'd like to encourage you today to lift up our brothers and sisters in Afghanistan. They may not know this word. They may be young to the faith, and they may not know this word, but they need this word. Trust only in God. Are we praying for our government to do something? Yes. Are we praying for forces to be marshaled to rectify the situation and make it better? Yes. But we're trusting that God is going to do it. I encourage you to go back and read some of the Old Testament accounts, 2 Kings 6 and 7, some accounts with Elijah, where God did some miraculous thing. And then in Hebrews, we know that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So God could do it again, couldn't he? I'm particularly enamored or blessed by 2 Kings 7, where Samaria is bound up by the Syrians. They have it surrounded, and they're closing in on them, and they've cut off all the water, and the people are starving, and they have nothing. And outside the gate are 4 lepers. They said, "Well, man, what are we hanging around here just waiting to die for? We might as well go give ourselves in to the enemy. If they take us prisoner, at least they'll feed us." And 4 lepers start toward the enemy army. And the captain of the army, the leader, hears the sound of a rushing army. God multiplied the steps of those lepers, and the Syrians took off. They left everything. They left all their food, they left all their provisions, they left everything. And they took off and fled, because 4 lepers started in their direction, and God amplified the noise. I'm praying for Afghanistan, for God to multiply the sound that would confuse the enemy, that they would be off their track, they'd be confused, that they wouldn't know what they're doing, that they'd be turning against one another, even as God did in the Old Testament, that God would deliver his people from the hand of the enemy. Please join me in that, and be blessed today as you study and read through and reflect on Psalm 62. God only is our salvation.